So this is an Elddis Xplore 505. I'm just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. On the front side of the van, at the bottom here, you've got your wind down leg for the left hand side of the van. Next locker back, you've got your mains power connection. As you can see, that's your mains lead going in the side of the van that connects to the power point on site. Then you've got your battery box with quick release terminals and the strap to hold the battery in place. Got a motor mover on this particular van, which we demonstrate in person here on site. And then you've got your wheels, which we also tighten the wheel nuts on before you leave site. You've then got your fridge vents. One takes in cool air and one blows out warm air to cool the fridge at the back of the unit. On the back of this particular van, we've got the toilet tank in here, the toilet cassette. This opens up so you can see. So the toilet cassette releases on the orange handle at the bottom and pulls towards you. You've got the neck here that turns out, which you can empty your waste through, and you've got a pressure relief valve on the back, so when you are tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and sputter back at you. This handle here actually pulls out so you can pull the waste cassette along with you when you need to empty it. But you need to put 1 litre of water in there and a capful of the blue fluid before use. On the back of the van, again, you've got your wind down leg on this side. You've got your 2 grey waste pipes that go into your waste master. And then on the other side of the van, you've got your other wind down leg to stabilise the van. Coming down this side of the van, again you've got your wheels and wheel nuts, again torque on site and the motor mover. Then down the front of the van, you've got your heating and hot water gas flow. And then you've got your wind down leg on this side as well. And then you've got your water pump connection underneath here. I'm just going to grab that to show you how that connects. The water pump itself will go into the aqua roll, the end there that you see. Will go into the aqua roll, but the pump itself will push in the side of the van, as you can see, and then when you pull this cover down, it will lock it into place when you're using the water pump. To pull it out, you just pull it back towards you. The hookup procedure on the front of the van, we demonstrate this fully in person so you can see how it operates. We've also got a separate video for that. If you are still unsure, we can send you to show you how that works. I'm going to go inside the van now and show you how the inside works. So on the outside of the van, you'd connect your aqua roll up and your power, unless you're on a site with no power. You'd come inside and you hit the master power switch just here and your lights, and that will turn on the lights inside of the van. The water pump here I'm going to come back to in a second, and then the switch here is for the awning light on the outside of the van. So you've got master power switch, interior lights and external lights, then your water pump down on the bottom left hand side. Before you fill the water system, you're going to have to come underneath the seat at the front of the van, which is just down the front here. Now on the far side of this tank, just in the corner there, you can see that yellow valve going to that white fitting. That yellow valve you'll need to make sure that valve is in the open position, or the closed position, sorry, so that you can fill the water system before you do anything else at this point. The van should be drained down before you travel every time and before winter storage. That's so the tank doesn't freeze or get frosted up and crack the pipework or the water tank itself. So if you want to fill the water system on board this van, you'd come to the taps, each tap on board the van, you'd open each tap up on the hot side. That's the one in the sink in the kitchen. And the shower tap that you see just here, and the sink that I believe pulls out from underneath there. As you can see, it pulls out from that unit just there. And again, you'd have to open the hot tap up so that you can bleed the water system out. And that is the shower as well. For now, we're just going to tuck the sink away and turn the pump off. I'll come back to the toilet system in a moment. So with all the taps open, you'd come to the pump switch up here. You'd flick the pump on, and that will start filling the water system on board. Once there's water coming out of all the taps on the caravan, you can then come back to the tap and shut the tap off, and then you'll be able to start warming your water on board the van. So as you can see here, the switch here says water heater on it. The switch on this side is for electric operation, so if you want the water to just be on around 35 to 40 degrees, you'll put it onto the wave symbol here at the top if you're on mains power. If you want to boost it for showering, you'd actually put this switch to the bottom, and that would then put it on around 60 degrees of water temperature. If you want to operate the hot water on gas, you'd flick this switch on here on the left hand side where you see the flame symbol, and you'd put the switch in the down position. On the left hand side here at the top, you've got a gas pilot light. It does self-ignite on gas, and if it fails to ignite, you've got a red warning light just here. I'm going to turn that back off for now because there's no water in the system. The switch here is for your electric and gas room heating. So if you want the heating to be on, you'll put, depending on what power supply you've got available, so this one here will be 500, 1000 or 2000 watts depending on what caravan site you're on. If you've got 500 watts available, which is the smallest amount of power, you'll have it on the first wave symbol. The second one here is 1000 and 2000 at the end, as I said before. So that would turn on your heating. Once your heating's on, you can control the temperature on this side. Like I said, depending on what level you've got it on here will depend on how long it takes to warm up, and it will depend on what power is available on the site you are staying on. If you just want to use the blown air system, you can do that also with the fan symbol there at the bottom, and again you can control the temperature of the heating on this dial here. For now we're going to leave that on cold. If you want to ignite the heating system on gas, you can also do that, and you'd need to spin this dial round to the bottom. Again, it self-ignites on gas, and again you'll see the green pilot light and the red warning light to let you know it has failed on this side. The room temperature here will also control the temperature on gas as I said with the electric as well. It's the same idea, so it will control the temperature on this one for the gas as well. Below that you've got your Tele Connections, etc. So you plug your telly into there. You can use either 12 volts or 240 volt depending on what sort of site you're staying on. So we're going to go to the fridge next. To turn the fridge on, you've got your power switch on the front here. As you can see at the moment, it's trying to ignite on gas, and it will self-ignite on gas if there's a gas bottle connected and you've bled the system. To bleed the system, you'd go to the hob first. You'd run the hob for a few seconds with gas coming through, so there is gas through to every other part of the caravan. In a moment, that will fail to ignite. To change the sort of power source you want to use, you press and hold the grey button here. As you can see, the flame symbol is now flashing. And then you've got your arrows here. You can go across the 12 volt battery power for when you are towing, so the fridge works as a cool box. To set that, you'd hit the grey button. The temperature will flash still on the right hand side, but it is completely irrelevant, so again you'd hit the grey button. But if you wanted to change power source completely, so you wanted to go to, for instance, to 240, you'd press and hold, you'd go across to the main symbol that you can see just there, hit the grey button, and when you're on gas or 240 volt, you can adjust the temperature on the arrows when it is flashing. Again, to set that, you'll hit the grey button, and as you can see, that is now chilling on electric. To turn the fridge off, you'd press and hold the power button here. But like I said, when you are travelling down the road, I would advise to use it as a cool box, because it will chill the fridge ready for when you're on site, and also keep the wine and beers nice and cold. In the little box down the side here, underneath the seat, you've got your 240 trip switches and your 12 volt switches. In the manual for the van, it will actually show you a diagram of what each of these fuses are for, and it will give you a complete guide to what 12 volt fuses or ampage main switches, power supply. Sorry, let me start going on that. The main fuse blocks would be. You shouldn't ever need to touch that, but we'll just show you where it is for peace of mind. In the bathroom, the last bit we're going to go to on this particular van, you've got an electric flush on the wall, as you can see just here. So you press the button in there, the blue button, and that will flush. Then the little light that you see there, that is a red warning light to let you know when the toilet cassette is full. Underneath, just here, you've got your grey flap, and you need to pull it towards the shower cubicle for the waste flap to open. And when you are emptying the cassette from underneath in this van, you will need to turn the toilet round into that position to allow you to remove the cassette itself. If you have any further questions on this caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll do all we can over the phone to assist you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.